Is a man asking if it's okay to leave his sick wife. He says her unexplained illness means they haven't had sex in 5 years. She sleeps 12 hours a day and is unable to keep up the house. He says he wants to stay by her side, but also wants more and doesn't think he can find happiness again with her. So is it wrong of him to leave? What do you all think?
My dad said she could walk. Once they found out my mom stopped walking 3 weeks after they got married, and everyone's like, is he gonna walk? Is he gonna walk? The difference here is my mom tried to figure out what was wrong. If you have someone that has no interest in actually bettering themselves, that man is in Nowheresville. No sex is going to lead to problems. That's a real big issue we don't talk about.
For half a decade.
For half
That's
a decade,
kind of
exactly.
No sex. Yeah.
And so I think at this point he has every right to, and if she has no interest in furthering herself, at some point there needs to be a divorce.
But what happens to in sickness and in health? And I agree with you. I'm playing devil's advocate here. If she's not advocating for her health, I agree with you. If she is, and she has some sort of, let's say she has cancer. I don't know what her illness is. And she is in a lot of pain, and therefore she's depressed, her libido's down, she's sleeping all the time. I would hope and think that once she gets better, that they could find happiness again. But if she's not trying to get better, I think this isn't about illness. This might be about something else. But I just wanted to play that other side.
Jeff, you're a married man. Talk to me. Like, you have a lot to say on this.
Well, it's undiagnosed, which makes me think she's crazy. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I'll put it out there. Yeah, I think if I had children and my wife was sleeping 12 hours a day and didn't get it diagnosed and didn't want to get better, I'm going to make a better life for myself and my children. Listen, you want to come over for Christmas.
And Jeff, isn't that the message you want to show to your kids, that dad advocates for himself? And like, you know, is they're about to have relations as they move forward, you want to show them that, look, if your partner falls down and they're not trying to get up, you have to move on.
Sam didn't want to hear your...
I know she didn't. I saw the look.
Yeah.
I felt
I'm looking at our executive producer who said we got to get to both beats.
I did.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Here's another Dear Abby style question for you. This person is asking if it's okay to leave their fiance because he's no good with finances and is $80,000 in debt. She said her previous relationship was a challenge due to money and doesn't want to do that again, but she's afraid of ending up alone. Okay, so Al, chime in here. Here you go. Is it okay to leave someone due to their finances, especially if that was the reason why you left someone prior?
Yes. Because their debt is now your debt. Like, it's so interesting. We get into it all the time about, love and prenups and things like that. It starts off love in the cafe, but it ends up in the lawyer's office. And that's how most marriages are going to end up. And you need to protect yourself. This is about money, Doc.
It's both stories about protecting themselves. One about mental health and about his life, having your own life. And you're absolutely right. The other is being unchained. I'm not trying to be cold here. People are like, Tori's being cold in the YouTube chat. I'm just trying to say, at some point, you need to be free too. I don't know. At some point, you can become codependent.
I think that's
it can become
fair.
enmeshment, and it can become a problem for you.
I think there's something that we're leaving out: resentment. I think when someone is sleeping 12 hours a day and you are the default parent and you are managing the household, cleaning the house, and then taking care of children, and then you see your partner not doing anything to better the situation, you're going to have anger and resentment against that person. That also funnels into somebody who is not taking care of their finances and therefore relying on you. And then ultimately it destroys your family because one person is like, I'm just going to spend all this money. I'm not going to save. I'm going to do this, this, and this. It's very selfish, and that other person is going to build resentment. And if you have resentment, it erodes at the trust.
Absolutely agree. You think so?
Yeah. It's about teamwork. And if one person's not part of the team doesn't work, right? We all forget. We complain about all these minute things in our daily lives, and it's like, we get one shot at this, and it's over. We're dead. Gone. Be happy. Be happy when you can. If someone's dragging you down or someone's, an anchor for you for years and years, you got to make yourself happy. And if that person needs to go on and do their own thing, do their own thing.
Even though,
you get one shot at it.
Even if it's really hard to leave, it's worth it.
Way to get that in.
I think the button on this was "we're dead." I think that was.
I don't think people realize it's one shot. And it's like, does your neighbor's tree going over your fence really matter that much that you need to go? Okay. They're in my ear. I got to go.